A very sad but heartwarming episode of Barakamon. Now, with this episode, it brings to light a question that I've actually wondered about a couple of times in this series, but I've never really mentioned it a lot. Where is Naru's parents? Now, in this episode, the main central focus is Naru. That she is the main focus of this episode and the two segments that are also in this episode. For instance, the first segment was, our main male character, Honda, trying to find her a present. And then you have the second half to where you have Honda and Naru visiting the gravesites of Naru's grandma. So, with this episode that's completely centered around Naru, it makes you wonder, where is Naru's parents? Because here's the thing. Naru, for the course of this entire series, has been, alone, technically. She's always with a couple of friends or, her grandpa or something like that. She's never been seen with her parents, and we technically don't even know where she lives. If I think about this, where does she live at inside the town? But the big thing is, they visited the gravesite, Naru's grandma. They visited her gravesite, but they did not visit Naru's parents. So this makes me believe that Naru's parents are still alive, but they abandoned her. That's exactly what it's making me think, because at the beginning of this series, the first episode, if I remember correctly, by the words that was said, pretty much you had the dude with glasses that, had Honda move into his place. You had, this is the village scamp. And usually, what is a scamp in terms of an animal or a dog? So, you gotta think about this. What if, Naru has no parents, her parents abandoned her, she has this darkness in her past, she's lonely, but at the exact same time, she's looking at Honda as a fatherly figure, because in this episode specifically, you had a couple of people say that Honda's the guardian to Naru, and so, it makes me believe that at the course of the series, the way it's going, is that Honda's probably going to give up his goal to be a calligrapher, or a writer, whatever, and he might try to take care of Naru, because I noticed every episode he's getting closer and closer, and he does treat her like a daughter to him. He really does. I mean, he went out of his way to do something he would normally never do, for instance, collecting fucking bugs. And so it shows you how much he cares about her, and it makes me believe that something bad will happen soon, unexpected drama, because the way they're taking the time out of the series and actually focusing an episode around Naru and trying to talk about her parents, and then, displaying at the end of this episode that she can also feel lonely too, really shows you that there's something else going on here, because this series has betrayed, serious moments. It has. It has done some serious episodes. Even though this episode was heartwarming and a very good episode, it can also be taken as a very depressing episode that sets up for future events. I mean, here's the big thing, We don't know who Naru's parents are. And all we know is they could possibly still be alive since, they didn't visit their gravesite in this episode. So, where are they at? Did they, go out there in the world in Tokyo somewhere and try to become a calligrapher or a different type of business person? I mean, wouldn't that be kind of fucked up if, for instance, one of our main male character Honda's rivals are actually, Naru's parents? And which, in turn, he decides to not go down that path like, Naru's parents did and abandon her, and he decides to quit his job to permanently live on the island. Because the big question and moral that pops up in this episode is that Honda will eventually leave the island. Let's be realistic here. He's a calligrapher. He's there on the island as a vacation. That's it. That's all he's on the island for at the moment. Just get a breath of fresh air and just relax. That's exactly why he's on that island, until he can write something. And so the big thing is that what is going to happen when he can write again? I mean, he's going to have to leave the island to be able to go to Tokyo and display his work. And so it makes you think that he's eventually going to leave unless he quits his job, which is possible. So, overall, episode very good. You can have, the comedy enjoyment value out of the episode. And at the exact same token, if you're looking really deep into it, you can see a very depressing and heartwarming episode. So, personally, everybody, tell me your thoughts about this episode of Barakamon. Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Did you hate it? Did you love it? What was your favorite episode from this series so far? And personally, do you feel like there's going to be some unexpected drama with Naru's parents? Let me know in the comments below. I love all you so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.